again present here today for the pre-bid conference for civil works under invitation to bid 2025-005. We are live via YouTube in compliance with the Department Order Number 6 Series of 2024, which direct us to stream activities like this for the accountability and transparency of procurement process. Before we proceed, we will request the Secretariat for a roll call and include acknowledgement of guests present.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good day, everyone. Our attendees for today's activity, pre-bid conference for civil works for Davao de Oro 2nd District Engineering Office. We have here the back members, starting with our chairperson, Engineer Lorna Turbin.
Present.
Vice Chairperson, Engineer Leslie T. Gutito. Present. Regular member, Engineer Jeffrey C. Samon.
Present.
From the back secretariat, we have the acting head, Engineer Arthur Noel Aylor.
Present.
Back secretariat member, Ms. Curly B. Duarte.
Present.
From the back PWG, headed by Engineer Jet C. M. Eliseo. From the planning and design section, we have Engineer Jet De Los Santos
Present.
and Engineer Sarah Jane Thomas.
Present.
And we would also like to acknowledge our viewers via YouTube. Good day and welcome. That would be all.
Okay, thank you. Since the majority of the back member are present, I hereby declare a quorum and call this meeting in order. We have the present agenda for this activity. Agenda 1, brief presentation explanation of the following: basic contract data. B, requirement of bidding documents. C, documents to be submitted by the bidders. Number 1 is technical component of the bid, and number 2, financial components of the bid. Letter D, criteria and procedure for eligibility check. Primary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, status of ongoing projects, and award. Number 2, question, comments from the bidders, and replies of BAC and other representative of procuring entity. Number 3, other matters, 3-strike policy against violation of Section 69.1.I of the IRR of RA 9184. Number 4, summary of proceeding, including supplemental bid bulletins to be issued. Any motion to adopt this agenda?
I move to adopt the present agenda.
Second the motion.
It has been moved by Engineer Gudito and seconded by Engineer Samon. And with no objection, the motion to adopt this agenda is hereby approved. First in order of the business is the explanation of basic contract data, including contract description, ABC, and duration. This will be presented to us by Engineer Sarah Jean Thomas and Engineer Jet De Los Santos from the Planning and Design section.
Good afternoon, Madam Chair and everyone. First project, name of contract. Rehabilitation of multi-purpose building, Sangguniang Bayan, Phase 3, Barangay Poblacion, Monkayo, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number 25LI0033. Location, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, rehabilitation of multi-purpose building, Sangguniang Bayan, Phase 3 with earthworks, removal of structures and construction, plain and reinforced concrete works, finishing and other civil works, including storm drainage and downspout, tempered glass door and windows, aluminum frame glass doors and windows, ceiling works, fiber cement board, acoustical ceiling, and pre-painted metal panel, carpentry and joinery works, aluminum cladding, decorative stone, tile works, glaze and unglaze, painting works, CHP, masonry, wood and steel, structural steel works, metal structures, railing, waterproofing, electrical works, including pad-mounted transformer with billing deposit, generator with complete accessories and powerhouse, mechanical works, split-type air conditioning system and fire extinguisher and fire alarm system. Approved budget for the contract, 29,699,991.49. Source of fund, FY 2025-CSSP-BIP. Contract duration, 270 calendar days, including 45 unworkable days. Size range, small b. License category, C and D. Cost of bid documents, 25,000 pesos.
Good day. For the item number 2, name of contract, Road Widening, Nabunturan, Maragusan Road, K1465 plus 000 to K1466 plus 327, K1466 plus 739 to K1467 plus 312. Contract ID number 25LI0034. Location is Maragusan, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, concreting of additional 2 lanes, 2 into 4 lanes, 280 mm thick. Existing width is 6.7 meters. With additional 2 lanes, total width is 13.4 meters. K1465 plus 000 to K1466 plus 327 as per RBIA. K1465 plus 000 to K1466 plus 342 equal to 1,342 meters as per plan. Kilometer 1466 plus 739 to kilometer 1467 plus 312 as per RBIA, and kilometer 1466 plus 767 to kilometer 1467 plus 300 equal to 533 meters as per plan. Paved shoulder 150 mm thick. Roadway excavation. Removal of and reinstallation of existing guardrails and posts. Removal of structures and obstruction. Construction of slope protection, grouted riprap. Construction of reinforced concrete slope protection with steel sheet piles. Construction of concrete lined canal and other minor drainage structure. Installation of metal guardrails, including concrete post with metal beam and piece. Application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 59,421,545. Source of fund, FY 2025-001. Contract duration is 235 calendar days, including 72 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of bid documents is 50,000.
The third project, name of contract, construction completion of multi-purpose building, RHU building, phase 5, Monkayo, Davao de Oro. Contract ID number 25LI0035. Location, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, completion of MPB 2-story RHU building includes the following: steel column at level from 0 to 8, steel beams at level 4 meters and 8 meters, steel painting including steel fire protection paint, exterior walls, rock and sewer lines and cold water lines, conduits, boxes and fittings, rock ends only on concrete slabs, concrete slab at second floor and roof deck and metal deck panel. Approved budget for the contract, 39,599,546.53. Source of fund, FY 2025 CSSP-BIP. Contract duration, 180 calendar days, including 30 unworkable days. Size range, medium A. License category, B. Cost of bid documents, 25,000 pesos.
Project number 4, name of contract is rehabilitation of road with slips, slope collapse, and landslide, Dinas Road at Tabunan, Tribal Village, Barangay Prosperidad, Montevista, Davao de Oro. Contract ID is 25LI0036. Location is Davao de Oro. Scope of works, construction of geosynthetic reinforced mechanically stabilized earth, GRMSE. Station 0 plus 059 to station 0 plus 102 equal to 43 meters left side. Reconstruction of PCCP. Width is equal to 6.7, thickness of 280 mm. Lane 1, station 0 plus 059 to station 0 plus 102 equal to 43 meters. Lane 2 is station 0 plus 067 to station 0 plus 093 equal to 26 meters. Aggregate base course for MSE wall embankment. Paved shoulder 0.15 thick. Construction of concrete line canal. Installation of metal guardrails including concrete post with metal beam and fuse. Application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 29,397,642.26. Source of fund is FY 2025-CSSP-CPAC. Contract duration is 202 calendar days, including 66 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of bid documents is 25,000. For project number 5, name of contract, road widening, Nabunturan, Maragusan Road, kilometer 1453 plus 061 to kilometer 1455 plus 563. Contract ID number is 25LI0037. Location is New Bataan, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, completing of additional 2 lanes, 2 into 4 lanes, 280 mm thick. Existing width is 6.7 meters. With additional 2 lanes, total width is 13.4 meters. Kilometer 1453 plus 061 to kilometer 1455 plus 563 as per RBIA. Kilometer 1453 plus 061 to kilometer 1455 plus 554 equal to 2,493 meters as per plan. Reconstruction of road, width is 3.35 meters, 280 mm thick. Lane 1, K1453 plus 197 to K1453 plus 220 as per RBIA. K1453 plus 197.5 to K1453 plus 220 equal to 22.5 meters as per plan. Lane 1, K1454 plus 055 to K1454 plus 131 as per RBIA. Kilometer 1454 plus 050 to kilometer 1454 plus 125.5 equal to 76.5 meters as per plan. Paved shoulder 150 mm thick. Roadway excavation. Removal of existing guardrails and posts. Removal of structures and obstruction. Construction of slope protection. Construction of reinforced concrete slope protection with steel sheet piles. Construction of RCBC 3 meters by 3 meters by 20 meters. Construction of reinforced concrete retaining wall. Construction of concrete line canal and other minor structure. Installation of metal guardrails including concrete post with metal beam and piece, and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 93,552,500. Source of fund is FY 2025-001. Contract duration is 281 calendar days, including 84 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of bid documents is 50,000. For project number 6, name of contract, rehabilitation, reconstruction of roads with slips, slope collapse, and landslide, Montevista, Compostela, Mati Boundary Road, kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 325. Contract ID number is 25LI0038. Location is New Bataan, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, Construction of geosynthetic reinforced mechanically stabilized earth or GRMSE. Right side, kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 310 as per RBIA. Kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 310 equal to 30 meters as per plan. Construction of retaining wall, stone masonry. Left side, kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 325 as per RBIA. Left side, kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 325 equal to 45 meters as per plan. Reconstruction of PCCP. Width is equal to 6.7 meters. Thickness is 280 mm. Kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 325 as per RBIA. Kilometer 1457 plus 280 to kilometer 1457 plus 325 equal to 45 meters as per plan. Aggregate base course for MSE embankment. Paved shoulder 0.15 meter thick. Removal of structures and obstruction. Removal and reinstallation of metal guardrails including concrete post with metal beam and pins. Construction of reinforced concrete line canal and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 40,024,180. Source of fund FY 2025-001. Contract duration is 222 calendar days, including 66 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of B documents is 25,000. For project number 7, name of contract, rehabilitation, reconstruction of roads with slips, slope collapse, and landslide. Nabunturan, Maragusan Road, kilometer 1457 plus 170 to kilometer 1457 plus 250. Contract duration, contract ID number is 25LI0039. Location is New Bataan, Davao de Oro. Scope of works, construction of geosynthetic reinforced mechanically stabilized earth or GRMSE. Left side, kilometer 1457 plus 188 to kilometer 1457 plus 250 as per RBIA. Left side, kilometer 1457 plus 188 to kilometer 1457 plus 250 equal to 62 meters as per plan. Construction of reinforced concrete retaining wall. Right side, kilometer 1457 plus 170 to kilometer 1457 plus 250 as per RBIA. Right side, kilometer 1457 plus 170 to kilometer 1457 plus 250 equal to 80 meters as per plan. Paved shoulder is 0.15 meter thick. Removal of structures and obstruction. Removal and reinstallation of metal guardrails including concrete post with metal beam and pins. Construction of reinforced concrete line canal and application of reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings. Approved budget for the contract is 48,250,000. Source of fund FY 2025-001. Contract duration is 257 calendar days, including 84 unworkable days. Size range is medium A. License category is B. Cost of B documents is 25,000. That's all, Ms. Chair.
Thank you, Engineer Temas and Engineer De Los Santos, for your explanation of the project to be procured by interested bidders. Next, in the order of the business is the brief explanation of the requirement of the bidding documents, the documents to be submitted by the bidders and other reminders in the preparation and submission through audiovisual presentation.
To participate and qualify in our procurement activity, interested bidders are encouraged to read the following documents. 1. Instruction to bidders. 2. Bid data sheet. 3. General conditions of the contract. 4. Special conditions of the contract. 5. Bill of quantities. 6. Drawings and specification. 7. Securities and other forms as may be required for the contract. Bidders are strongly advised to read each provision, especially the instructions to bidders and general conditions of the contract, whose special instructions are clearly spelled out in the bid data sheet and special conditions of the contract, respectively. Bidders are also encouraged to check the bill of quantities so that your bid will be responsive to the requirements set forth in the bidding documents. These documents can be downloaded free of charge from the PhilJEPS and DPWH websites. Interested bidders shall pay the applicable amount for the bidding documents not later than the submission of your bids. The following documents should be included by interested bidders in their bids. 1. Technical component. Technical component of the bid. PhilJEPS certificate, if not enrolled in CWA, P-CAB license and registration, statement of all ongoing government and private contracts, SLCC, NFCC computation, and statement of total asset and total liabilities, joint venture agreement, if applicable. If already enrolled in CWR, Civil Works registration, eligibility documents to be updated, if any, bid security, project requirements, organization chart for the contract, list of contractors' key personnel, list of major equipment owned or leased, and omnibus sworn statement, in prescribed format in accordance to GPPB Resolution 16-2020. Financial component of the bid. Bid form. Bid prices in the bill of quantities. Detailed estimates, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid, and cash flow by quarter. Please be reminded that the following documents, omnibus sworn statement, bid form, and bid securing declaration, if you opted to this type of bid security, should be in standard format as per guidelines of Government Procurement Policy Board, GPPB, in their resolution number 16-2020. Kindly check the format of the documents you are using to avoid being declared non-responsive, pursuant, or using unprescribed format. These documents should be submitted using two-envelope system. Bidders are urged to only fasten the documents at the topmost portion, instead of hard or soft binding them. Each document should be ear-tagged appropriately. It should be labeled based on the name of the document attached, not the number or letter according to the checklist. There shall be 3 copies of these documents: original, copy 1, and copy 2. Original copies of technical component of the bid shall be sealed on one envelope, and original copies of financial component of the bid shall be sealed on another envelope. These envelopes should be labeled as original copy of technical component and original copy of financial component. These labeled envelopes shall then be sealed into one envelope and label it as original copy of the bid. The same process of sealing for copies 1 and 2. Lastly, original copy. Copies 1 and 2 of the bid shall be sealed into one final envelope and label it appropriately as instructed in the bidding documents. Submit your bids personally here in our office, temporarily located at Back Office, Ground Floor, DPWH, Davao de Oro 1st District Engineering Office, Nabunturan, Davao de Oro, or in case of electronic submission, submit to electronic bids Davao de Oro 2 at dpwh.gov.ph. Preparation of technical and financial documents of bids are outlined in Department Order Number 87 Series of 2020. Sealing and marking of bids is also outlined on the said DEO and is also reiterated on the bid data sheet. Interested bidders are advised to read these in case your choice is electronic submission. Late bids will not be accepted. Please be reminded that your key personnel should only occupy one position in your organizational chart. Duplication of functions of your personnel will be grounds for disqualification pursuant to the principle of Item 6 under Department Order Number 9 Series of 2012. Also, indicate the tax identification numbers since this will be used in the award of contract. Further, on your bid form and bill of quantities, write legibly. Also, if you are offering a discount in your bid form, please indicate specifically the methodology as to where or which pay item the discount will take effect. Absence of methodology, original bid amount will prevail. Discrepancies between bid prices in words and figures, the words will prevail. Bids not addressing or providing or filling out all the required items in the bidding documents, example, in the bill of quantities, the bid is considered non-responsive and is outright disqualified. Always check your documents before submitting the same to our end to avoid disqualification of your firm.
Okay, thank you for the presentation. To add especially in accomplishing or filling out the BOQ, if you opt to computerize the preparation of your BOQ, please use the font style Tahoma and font size 11. This is to make your proposal readable or legible. Also, in your detailed estimates or detailed cost estimates, kindly explicitly outline and or indicate the OCM, contractor's profit, as well as the VAT. Since this would be essential during contract implementation, should there be a need for a variation order. We would like also to remind the bidders to submit 3 names through email prior to the bidding date. However, only one of these 3 names will be able to enter our premises during the bidding activity. Next in order of the business is the explanation of criteria and procedure of eligibility check, preliminary examination of bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, status of ongoing projects and award. This will be discussed again through audiovisual presentation.
Criteria and procedure for eligibility check, preliminary examination of the bids, detailed evaluation of bids, post-qualification, status of ongoing projects, and award. The criteria for eligibility check are set forth in Section 23 of the Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act 9184. All prospective bidders should have an updated Class A legal, technical, and financial documents and Class B documents, if applicable. During the opening of bids, the first envelope, which contains the technical component of the bid, shall be opened. After opening the first envelope, the back shall simultaneously conduct the electronic eligibility check and preliminary examination of the technical components of the bids. Bidders who are ineligible to participate because their eligibility documents are not updated shall undergo manual eligibility check based on the submitted eligibility documents. If found to be eligible and at the same time pass the preliminary examination of their technical proposal, their financial proposal will also be opened. However, the committee will conduct second electronic eligibility check after updating the eligibility records of the bidder through the contractor's profile application or through Procurement Service Central Office. Result of the latest electronic eligibility processing shall prevail over the manual eligibility evaluation. All opened financial components of the bid shall also undergo preliminary examination. If passed, the committee will read the bid amount stated in the bid form. The BAC shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids using non-discretionary criteria in considering the 1. Completeness of the bid and 2. Arithmetical corrections. Bids shall then be ranked in the ascending order of their total calculated bid prices, as evaluated and corrected for computational errors and other bid modifications, to identify the lowest calculated bid. The lowest calculated bid shall undergo post-qualification in order to determine whether the bidder concerned complies with and is responsive to all the requirements and conditions as specified in the bidding documents pursuant to Section 34 of the Procurement Law. If found to be responsive, the bidder will be declared lowest or single calculated and responsive bid and will be recommended for award of the contract. If found to be non-responsive, the committee will conduct post-qualification to the next lowest calculated bid, ranked during bid evaluation stage. Also, bidders with ongoing contracts should be reminded that the committee will verify if you have existing delayed contract per department order number 127 series of 2018. Again, strict application of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. If you have incurred negative slippage, as defined in the said DEO, or currently being imposed with liquidated damages, you should settle these findings before the period of post-qualification ends to avoid post-disqualification of your firm. Also, all requirements set forth in the bidding documents and the instructions relayed during this conference should be addressed and be well taken care of to avoid disqualification or post-disqualification. The BAC, with the assistance of the equipment verification team, will be strict on the compliance of the equipment as part of post-qualification as per DO number 127 series of 2018. As part of the post-qualification, the equipment verification team will conduct an inspection on the verification of the equipment pledged by the bidder, including other documents to be evaluated.
Thank you for the presentation. We are now through with Agenda 1 and its subsection. We will proceed to Agenda 2, the question, comments from bidders, and replies of BAC and other representative of procuring entity. Any questions from the viewer?
None so far, Madam Chair.
If there are no more questions, we will proceed to other matters. The three-strike policy against violation of Section 69.1.I of the IRR of RA 9184 to be discussed via audiovisual presentation.
Three-strike policy against violation of Section 69.1.I of the IRR of RA 9184 in order to establish a fair and transparent system for managing offenses committed by bidders in the procurement of infrastructure, goods, and consulting services projects through public bidding, the Department of Public Works and Highways, DPWH, hereby introduces an updated three-strike policy. This policy is aimed at enforcing adherence to the procurement guidelines stipulated under Section 69.1.I of the 2016 Revised Implementing Rules and Regulations of Republic Act 9184. Under this policy, if a bidder commits 3 offenses or acts described as all other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, they shall be subjected to an administrative penalty. These offenses or acts are further classified into 3 major categories. As per DO 28th Series of 2024, classification of offenses that triggers the three-strike policy and exceptions. 1. Withdrawal from the bidding process, submission of a non-participation letter, or failure to submit a bid after purchasing the bid documents. However, the Bids and Awards Committee recognizes certain valid reasons for these actions. If upon computation prior to bid submission, the bidder determines that their proposed bid price will exceed the approved budget for the contract, ABC. To substantiate this, the bidder must provide evidence. Acceptable proof includes, but is not limited to, a detailed budget estimation or a market price report. Second, submission of late bids without valid reasons, as determined by the BAC. Exceptions will be considered under extraordinary circumstances, such as force majeure. This refers to unexpected and unavoidable external events that impede or prevent a bidder from timely bid submission, as defined in Article 1174 of the Philippine Civil Code. Third, submission of patently insufficient bid. A patently insufficient bid refers to a
that fails to include or comply with certain mandatory requirements. The determination of whether a bidder committed such an offense may occur as outlined below. A. During eligibility screening and or shortlisting, submission of an expired certificate of Philippine Government Electronic Procurement System, PhilJEPS, registration, platinum membership, or a certificate of PhilJEPS certification containing expired Class A legal and financial documents, as determined during the eligibility screening. 2. Failure to include certificate of employment, contract agreement among permanent personnel and staff of the firm, and curriculum vitae in the application for eligibility and shortlisting, which are evaluated during the shortlisting for consulting services projects. B. During bid evaluation. 1. Failure to submit required bid forms, as outlined in Annex C, detailing the complete list of required bid forms. 2nd, submission of incomplete, insufficient, or defective documents due to the non-inclusion and or omission of mandatory provisions and statements for the required bid forms, as per Annex C outlining the mandatory provisions of required forms. 3rd, submission of an unnotarized bid-securing declaration, an omnibus sworn statement and joint venture agreement, or statements from all the potential joint venture partners, with the exception during the declaration of state of calamity or implementation of community quarantine or similar restrictions declared or being implemented either in the locality of the procuring entity or of the bidder. 4th, submission of the bid form, price schedules, bid securing declaration, omnibus sworn statement, and joint venture agreement without the name, legal capacity, and signature of the bidder or its authorized representative. 5th, nomination of key personnel of a profession different from what is required by the bidding documents. 6. Failure to submit proof of ownership, lease, or purchase agreement of pledged equipment. 7. Failure to submit the required certification of key personnel as per Department Order Number 9, Series of 2012. 8. Failure to comply with the required minimum number of key personnel and equipment, as stated in the bidding documents. C. During post-qualification, participation in bidding for infrastructure projects by a bidder whose allowable range of contract costs, ARCC,
as indicated on the PCAB license, does not match with the specific requirements of the infrastructure project being bid for in terms of category, classifications, and size ranges. 3. Enforcement and penalties. If a bidder commits any of the 3 major offenses or acts listed above 3 times within a year, starting from the approval date of the resolution recommending the imposition of Strike 1, first warning, which is counted as Day 1 through Day 365, and if these 3 offenses are of a similar or identical nature, it will trigger the enforcement of the stipulated administrative penalty. Suspension from participating in all DPWH procurement activities and entering into contract with any DPWH procuring entity. Subsequently, as per the procedure outlined in Annex A, this may result in the blacklisting of the suspended bidder, thereby disqualifying the bidder from participating in any government procurement activities for a period of 1 year. In conjunction with blacklisting, the bidder will also face bid security forfeiture and must comply with the enforcement of the bid securing declaration's conditions. In more severe instances, when a bidder commits another set of 3 similar offenses, or more than 2 sets of 3 similar offenses, instances where more than 6 similar offenses occur within the said 1-year time frame, the bidder may be subjected to an increased penalty resulting in blacklisting for a period of 2 years. The effective duration for the penalty of either 1 or 2 years, as applicable, will be clearly stipulated in the blacklisting order, with the provision that the duration of blacklisting shall not exceed a maximum period of 2 years, commencing on the date the blacklisting order is approved and issued by the Secretary.
Thank you. So to all prospective bidders, please be careful, read all the instruction, and comply so that you will not commit any offenses that will constitute a police strike. May also remind the prospective bidders regarding the Department Order Number 148, Series of 2024, Guidelines of the Accreditation and Assignments of Contractor and Consultants Project Engineers, relative to the full implementation on assigning only qualified and competent project engineers and contractors and consultants in the implementation of DPWH project. This order shall supersede Order Number 118 Series of 2024. Additional information for our prospective bidders regarding the Department Order Number 110 Series of 2024. Implementation of ISO 9001-2015 certification requirement for the large A, medium B, and medium A. Contractors in the procurement of the infrastructure projects of the department. The department shall now mandate the ISO 9001-2015 certification as part of the project requirements for the contractors involved in the procurement of infrastructure projects. This requirement applies to bidders classified under the following: Philippine Contractors Accreditation Board or PCAB, CISRENs, and are participating in the department procurement in infrastructure projects which approved for the budget of the contract. RENs to wit. For large A, allowable range of contract cost is more than 300 million but less than 450 million. Effectivity is January 1, 2025. For medium B, more than 150 million but less than 300 million. Effectivity July 1, 2025. For medium A, more than 30 million but less than 150 million. Effectivity January 1, 2026. Now we will proceed to the last agenda, the summary of proceeding including supplemental bid bulletins to be issued, which will be presented by Engineer Gudito.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good day, everyone.
Good day.
All the needed information were discussed and explained. I would like to remind the prospective bidders to visit from time to time the DPWH and PhilJEP's websites, especially within 7 calendar days prior to the deadline of the submission of bids for supplemental or bid bulletins to be issued thereafter. Please also be reminded that the submission of bids on or before December 10, 2024, 10 o'clock p.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. Bid opening shall be immediately right after the bid submission deadline. That's all, Madam Chair.
Thank you. All of the business in the agenda were already taken into consideration. May I know the pleasure of the body?
I move to adjourn this conference.
I second the motion.
It has been moved by Engineer Samon and seconded by Engineer Gudito. And with no objection, the motion to adjourn this conference is hereby approved. This conference is now adjourned. Thank you everyone for coming.